Traditional therapy happens in an office. You sit on a couch, you talk about your feelings, you process your thoughts, and for many people it works, but horses do something that even the best therapists can't do, something that bypasses your cognitive defenses, accesses your nervous system directly, and creates change faster than talk therapy alone. It's called somatic regulation, and neuroscience research is revealing why horses are uniquely equipped to facilitate this in ways that traditional therapy simply can't match. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you the specific neurological mechanism that makes horses more effective than talk therapy for certain types of healing, what research reveals about equine-assisted therapy and brain changes, and why your body might hold answers your mind can't access. To understand what horses do differently, we first need to understand a fundamental limitation of traditional talk therapy. Traditional talk therapy is what neuroscientists call top-down processing. You use your prefrontal cortex, your thinking brain, to understand and reframe your experiences. You talk about what happened, you analyze why you feel the way you do, you develop cognitive strategies. But here's the problem. Trauma, chronic stress, and many emotional patterns don't live primarily in your thinking brain. They live in your body, in your nervous system, in your muscle memory, in your automatic physiological responses. This is why trauma expert Bessel van der Kolk titled his landmark book, The Body Keeps the Score. Because your body remembers what your mind tries to forget. And to heal these body-based patterns, you need what's called bottom-up processing, approaches that work through the body to change the brain. This is why somatic therapies, approaches that work directly with the body and nervous system, have become so important in trauma treatment. Things like EMDR, somatic experiencing, sensor-motor psychotherapy. And this is where horses come in, because horses facilitate bottom-up processing in a way that's uniquely powerful. Here's what makes horses different. They function as real-time biofeedback devices for your nervous system state, and they do this with extraordinary precision. Research published in peer-reviewed journals shows that horses act as mirrors for human body language and emotions, revealing underlying issues rapidly by responding to subtle cues that bypass cognitive defenses. When you're with a horse, they're constantly reading your nervous system state, your muscle tension, your breathing pattern, your heart rate variability, the chemical signals in your sweat, and they respond to what they detect immediately, honestly, without judgment. In traditional therapy, your therapist might say, "I notice you seem tense today." That's verbal feedback to your thinking brain. But a horse? When you're tense, they become alert. They might step away. They might raise their head. That's somatic feedback. Your body receives information about your state before your mind can rationalize it away. And this creates what researchers call embodied awareness. You can't intellectualize your way out of what the horse is showing you. If the horse is tense and you're the only variable that changed, your body knows, my nervous system state is affecting this animal. A 2024 study published in PMC found that therapists using equine-assisted therapy noted accelerated therapeutic progress via embodiment. Clients gained insights in weeks that might take months in traditional talk therapy. Why does this work so fast? Because horses bypass your cognitive defenses. You can tell your therapist, "I'm fine," while your body is screaming stress, but you can't tell a horse you're fine when your nervous system is dysregulated. They'll show you the truth your body is holding. But horses don't just show you your nervous system state, they help you change it. And they do this through something called ventral vagal activation. Remember polyvagal theory from Dr. Stephen Porges? Your autonomic nervous system has 3 states: ventral vagal for safe and socially engaged, sympathetic for fight or flight, and dorsal vagal for freeze or shut down. Research on equine therapy and polyvagal theory shows that horses facilitate ventral vagal dominance, that state of calm connection and social engagement, by mirroring human nervous systems and tempering sympathetic arousal without causing dorsal vagal shutdown. This is co-regulation in its purest form. When you're with a calm, regulated horse, their nervous system literally helps regulate yours. Remember that research on heart rate variability synchronization? When a horse's calm, steady cardiac rhythm synchronizes with yours, your nervous system begins to match their regulated state. A 2023 pilot study, published in the Journal of Traumatic Stress, found that 8 weeks of equine somatic therapy reduced PTSD symptoms and improved heart rate variability markers. Participants showed measurable changes in their nervous system's ability to regulate stress, and it's not just subjective improvement. Neuroimaging studies on equine-assisted therapy have documented actual brain changes. In PTSD patients, researchers found increased functional connectivity in the caudate and reduced gray matter density in stress processing regions, changes that correlated with symptom reduction. In children with ADHD, equine therapy reduced activity in the default mode network. That self-referential thinking system we talked about in a previous video. The kids became more present, less caught in rumination. So why are horses uniquely effective at this? 3 reasons. First, they're large enough that your nervous system registers them as significant. You can't ignore a 1 to 200 pound animal. Second, they're prey animals, so they're exquisitely sensitive to nervous system states. They've evolved to detect threat. And third, they're non-judgmental. They respond to your state, not your story. This brings us to the specific thing horses do better than any therapist. They facilitate somatic experiencing, the direct processing of trauma and emotion through the body. Research shows that horses downregulate trauma-related emotions like shame and fear without judgment, reversing what researchers call the head-heart lag, that disconnect between what you think you should feel and what your body actually feels. Here's how it works in practice. Let's say you have a trauma response. Maybe your body freezes when you feel threatened. In talk therapy, you might spend months understanding why you freeze, where it came from, what it means. But with a horse, you experience it directly. You approach the horse. Then, your nervous system activates and you freeze. The horse responds to your freeze. Maybe they become alert, maybe they step away. And in that moment, your body receives immediate feedback. This pattern I'm running is affecting my environment. And then, and this is the crucial part, you can practice a new response in real time. You can breathe, regulate your nervous system, approach again. The horse responds to your new state. Your body learns. When I regulate, the world responds differently. This is somatic learning, body-based, experiential, immediate. This aligns with research on embodied cognition, the understanding that your body doesn't just execute what your brain decides. Your body teaches your brain. When your body experiences safety with the horse, your brain updates its threat models, not through thinking, but through experiencing. And this is why equine therapy can work faster than talk therapy alone for certain issues. You're not trying to think your way into a new nervous system pattern. You're experiencing your way into it. Your body is learning directly without the cognitive middleman. Now, I want to be clear, this isn't about horses being better than therapists in every way. The most effective approach is often integrative, combining talk therapy with somatic work. Talk therapy helps you understand your patterns, develop cognitive strategies, process your narrative. Horses help you access and change the body-based patterns that talk therapy alone might not reach. This is why equine-assisted psychotherapy, where a licensed therapist works with clients and horses together, has become so effective. You get both top-down and bottom-up processing, cognitive understanding, and somatic experiencing. But the specific thing horses do that therapists can't, they give you immediate, honest, non-judgmental feedback about your nervous system state, and they help you regulate that state through their own regulated presence. That's the unique contribution. So what do horses do better than any therapist? They facilitate somatic regulation, direct body-based nervous system change through real-time biofeedback and co-regulation. They bypass your cognitive defenses and work directly with your nervous system. They show you what your body is holding, and they help you change it through experience, not just understanding. And this isn't just feel-good theory. This is documented in peer-reviewed research. Brain changes, nervous system changes, measurable symptom reduction. Your therapist can help you understand your patterns, but your horse can help you change them at the level where they live, in your body. If you found this video interesting and probably also helpful for your personal journey, subscribe to my channel for weekly content about horse psychology and like and share the video. If you have any personal experience you think might be of interest for our community, leave a comment. See you in the next one.